Okay, so I am going to pretty much go over some notes that I took not only from the Leslie Zann information, but just some things that I've been watching Celeste, some videos that she has, and I want you guys to share this. So I am going to record this today and we can share it with other people, but and I do have family in town, so if random people come into this office, I apologize, but that's just part of life, right? So what I really wanted to focus on is the power of positivity through Plexus. And so I'm kind of thinking of coming up with a few different ways to make like a series of, how to remain positive in your Plexus business. Because we all know we have those ups and downs. And, we have to be able to give people different ways to handle and give them tactics to remain and have longevity in this business. So I wrote a bunch of notes down, so I'm going to be looking down for a minute just going over these. But what's your mindset? And I want everyone to know it's time to set your intentions. We all have different skills and skill sets. None of us think exactly the same. So we need to remember that with customers, with ambassadors. None of us are all on the same page. If we were all on the same page, we'd all be at the same place. So you really have to think about where we can come together, and that is belief. Belief in the products. So definitely with your customers, we have to all get together on the products and go, this is what we offer, this is what we're doing, and truly believe in our products and, of course, believe in our business. I mean, we all know Comp Plan is so unique, but you have to start with your own belief. If you're not full on 100% believing in Plexus every single day, and sharing it with someone every single day, we are not doing our job. So belief, belief, belief. So I personally started with 4 A's: attitude, acceptance, allowance, and affirmation. So first thing I've been doing lately, and literally a light bulb went off in my head, especially after the Leslie Zann event. I will go over my personal story here in a little bit, but attitude. Start your day with the most positive attitude that you can. Pray, meditate, whatever you have to do to get yourself in the right mind frame. We all have kids. We're all doing 8 million things together. We're all, working, whatever we have going on, but we've got to step out of that bed and go, okay, I'm going to make this the best day that I can. Just like Celeste said, suck the life out of every single day. So get up and set your intentions. So make sure your team knows you got to start that day and even write it out. Today, we're going to do this. Today, I'm going to set this goal. So pray, meditate, set yourself up for success. Acceptance, and that's something that was really hard for me. Accept where you are. You are here and exactly in the spot you're supposed to be for an absolute reason. We are all believers. We're here for a reason. We're all connected for a reason. We're all put together. I wouldn't have met any of you guys if it wouldn't be for Plexus. So acceptance. We are where we're supposed to be. Now make your day and make the best of it. So we go back to attitude. Let's start our day off and, get what we need to get going. Strive to accept yourself and be happy where you are. So often we are looking at each other, comparing, and that's what I did. For the moment I joined, I was comparing where I was. Cheyenne and I joined within 2 months of each other. I'm like, why am I not growing like she is? So every day I was beating myself up going, look at so-and-so. She joined after me and, I'm not where she is. So I stopped doing that and I've accepted where I am today. Allowance. You do have to allow yourself to get frustrated and upset and angry and over it. Those are the days that you just go, you know what? I'm going to back off today. I'm not going to, full on dive myself in Plexus, because you have your power Plexus positive days that you can make all the difference in the world. But days that it's overwhelming, it's okay to say, you know what? I'm going to take today and tomorrow I'm going to, readdress everything. And that was something I wasn't allowing myself to do. I was thriving in the moments of being frustrated and angry. So you got to be able to do it for a few minutes, get it out of your system. If you're upset or angry, say you have a customer that's, barely tried the product, and they don't like the product. Or you've got a customer that, has been turned on forever, and then all of a sudden they're gone. You have an ambassador that you were like, yes, she's going to build a team, And then next thing you know, you don't hear back from her. We all have that, right? I know I do for sure. So we have to be able to allow ourselves to get frustrated, upset, and angry. And you got to allow yourself to make mistakes. The way that I approach my business today is completely different from the way I approached my business when I started. So now I allow myself and go, you know what? I learned that throwing all this information out to people is not the best approach. Because when people would first ask me about Plexus, I was like, let me send you 35 sheets. Here's the comp plan. Here's all the product information. Here's this, here's that. You know, I didn't know, because to me, I was like, well, maybe they'll find something off of those 30 pages to learn from. But now I know, okay, I just need to be real with them. Here's the deal. The products work. You got to stick with it. Here's the deal about it. We have clinical studies now, which is amazing, but you got to stick with it. Here's what I want from you. And if you want to do the business, come to me. We'll talk about it and we'll sit down and be real about it. So allowance, that's a big one. Affirmation. We all know we have something here. We've got Plexus. There's something about it. That's why we're all still here. So we have something great. We just have to get it out there, okay? And accept that within yourself. Know that you're on this awesome team. You're in a great business. We have great people around us. So allow yourself to affirm and go, you know what? I'm doing a pretty good job. I am where I am. And you got to be able to embrace that. And like I say all the time, belief. If you do not affirm and believe in yourself, it's never going to happen. If you set up yourself for that day and say, you know, I don't want to follow up with Susie. She's already kind of told me, she's not sure, you know, and you set your day with that and don't allow yourself to say, you know what, if Susie looks at me and says no straight in my face, I'm okay. You know, but you have to be able to take what people are going to give you, because you're going to hear no, you're going to hear rejection, you're going to hear fear, all that stuff. We can talk about that forever. But you have to know that that's all part of the business. So we'll dive into the Plexus stuff here now. So I will be very honest. When I started, I think I was a little cocky because I have kind of a medical and dental background. So I thought, hey, I can do this. I know this stuff. I grew fairly quickly. Of course, I didn't grow as fast as some of my friends were, which is fine. But I felt I knew what was going on. I felt I could understand it. I felt I could handle it. But the problem was I don't really think I knew what it was. So Plexus was not what it is today. So we were kind of grasping at things because we weren't really sure what it all meant. We weren't really sure about the longevity of the company and if we were going to sustain. We didn't know anything. So we just kind of threw it all out there. So I think that back in 2013, which even is a few years after Plexus started, imagine being the groundbreakers. Imagine the Sheila Medinas and all those people and what they've gone through. Because there was a few years under our belt. So when I started, I felt lost. Cheyenne will tell you, we were all a little bit not understanding what to do or where to go. So let your team know, your new ambassadors know, we have everything out there to make it great. Look at the bottles. We have bottles now that say what they're for. We have all this information in our back office. We've got meetings and everything you can imagine. So make sure that your team knows to go in and use these tools. Plexus was definitely something new in this area when I started. So it was definitely new. And I hadn't done any network marketing before, so I didn't know anything about it. And so I don't think I quite knew what it meant to be successful in network marketing. So I think I just kind of stood there and was like, okay, what does this all mean? So I think if I would have had the trainings like the Leslie Zan, even some of the book clubs that you guys are doing, which I think is amazing, I think I would have approached the business in a completely different way. And who knows where I would be? I'm not sure. But I'm just telling you guys this because I want you to make sure that your new people that you have, whether it even be customers or ambassadors, that you're setting them up for success. And we have to throw out all this stuff because we've been doing it for a while. I think everyone on this call has been doing it for a while. Throw out everything we know and start from the beginning. We have more now than we've ever had. So I think all of us on this call need to go, hey, it's time for us to restart this business. And we do have the silver in September promotion, which I'm striving for, but I think it's time for us to reignite and restart where we are. So you just have to remember, I wrote down, there are many that have done great in this business not knowing much. And I say that with a little bit of my smile on my face, because it is hard to have friends that are at the very top who I feel, you know, probably don't know as much as I do when it comes to certain things. That's part of network marketing. It doesn't matter. So I have to throw out the competition side of me, which is tough sometimes. You know, but a lot of these people that are at the very top, you guys need to remember too, a lot of them grew and didn't have the struggles that we have. Didn't have the struggles of keeping customers, didn't have the struggles of trying to find ambassadors, didn't have even the struggles of getting the information that we don't get. Like when you get to a certain level, you get a liaison, you get different ways in your back office, you know, things like that. So we have to remember and learn from the people that I think are the senior golds and the rubies, the people that are kind of lower. Learn from them, see what they're doing to get their business growing. Kim Waller was a good push for me, and I think Yolanda was on that call. She told me that she actually was at Ruby, went to senior Ruby, and then actually went back down and started losing points, which I know I've been there personally. It's not easy to sustain. But she told me that's when she dug deep. She became power of positivity through Plexus, believed in herself, and went for it. She was like, I have to make a change or I am not going to make it. So that's where I think we all stand at this point. You have to make sure that you're digging deep and we're back to belief. Just what Celeste said on that video the other day that Julian posted. You have to believe. I'll talk about positive people because I'm a realist, so I might be positive, but I'll just be very honest with you. And so I'm not talking like the fake people that you see. I call people that get it and are positive relatables. That's my word. My husband will tell you. I call people relatables. Those are moms, dads, adults in general that I'm like, oh, she gets it. Oh, I love her style. I love her personality. She's different. She's quirky, but she gets it, you know. So be relatable. Doesn't mean you have to always be 100% super duper positive all the time, but it just means that you're having a relationship with someone. You care about them. You care about what they're doing with their Plexus, products, or what they're doing with their business. Get one-on-one if we can get with those people. Have a lunch with them. Get a Zoom call with them. Like I always say, me, Julianne, any of your leaders, or even a friend that's doing it with you can sit down and validate, what you've got going on. I think that's positivity in itself. Being like, you know what, we want to do this call with you to help you out. So here's another thing. And you guys, I don't know if all of you guys have looked at the Plexus Shell of Confidence with Heather Rice. Share that with people. We need to remember on our page, we are getting posts all day long. So think of all the great stuff we've posted over the years. It's lost. I doubt there's people that are sitting there for hours going, I'm going to dig through this Generation Plexus page for 6 hours today and see what all they've posted. So remember that, and what you can do is go in our search tab and go, oh, I remember that Plexus Shield of Confidence video was posted once. That's a great idea. I'm going to send that to whoever, or I'm going to have her look at it today. Dig through the files. I know we don't have a ton of files at this point, but YouTube videos, Julianne's great at sending out YouTube videos for everybody to watch, but they're not always looking on our page. So we've got to step away from Facebook, step away from messaging people. We need to call them and be like, hey, did you see that video about Celeste that she just posted, or that Celeste had that she posted the other day? Take a look at it. Call them up. It's okay to call people. I know we're in a world where we can text, and it's easy to do, and it's easy to Facebook message, but call them up and be like, did you get to see that video? Well, come over and watch this video with me. It's hard for me. I'm a recluse, and I love being at home, and I like my little bitty world. But I'm to the point now where I'm like, you know what? I have a friend She's been wanting to sign up forever. I'm having surgery on Monday, and I said, I am going to be laid up in my bed. You are getting over here on Thursday. You live in Houston. You're in Dallas Thursday. You are coming over. You are helping me get up, and we are signing you up on the computer. I don't care what it takes. And I'm going to make her sit here and watch every single video that I want her to watch. But sometimes you just have to do that with people. So remember, we all are a little bit different. We all have a little bit different things going on. But the one thing we can all have in common is belief. And that's belief in ourselves, belief in the products, and belief in the business. So you have to set people up for success. I am now, through my positivity self here, Positivity Priscilla, I'm trying, setting people up. I literally, if I have a new patient, I've had 3 new preferred customers sign on since September 1st. And you know what I tell them every time? Do not sign up unless you're ready to give it 90 days. You don't give Plexus 90 days, I don't want you to do it. They're like, okay. I'm like, because if you only take the products for a few days, you're not going to get the true benefit. If you give it 90 days, we might be somewhere. And I'm very honest with them. And I say, you know what? After 90 days, we can look at each other and say, this is how I feel. This is where I'm at. This is where I want to be. And I said, you may not be exactly where you want to be. It takes time. So, but I have 3 preferred, 2 more that are about to sign up. And I was just real with them from the beginning. The old Priscilla would have been scared to death to tell them they had to do it for 90 days. I would have been terrified. But I explained to them that this is how it's going to be. You've got to be here for 90 days, and then we'll go from there. So, you know, to me, Plexus is something that everybody needs for lifetime. Of course, we all know that. Everyone that's here understands that. But people on the outside, you got to think. They're walking into GNC. They're like, whatever this product might be, let me try it. They expect something today to happen. They expect something tomorrow to happen. So I try to explain to them, hey, you know, here is this before and after. Look at the timing. You know, this lady lost a lot of weight, but it took her a year. So are you truly ready? Or you've had these migraines for your whole life. If you're ready to make a change, then you've got to give it time. So I totally set everybody up for my intentions at this point is to get everybody healthy, but they have to be realistic. So we have an impatient society. We all know we've raised kids. It's a little bit hard to keep everybody patient. And, you know, we all communicate through social media at this time, but, you know, it's time to get real with people, sit down with them, invite them over. I know Mindy's great at having those Plexus sip-and-sees and relationships. And so I'm probably preaching to the choir on this team about getting together and, you know, socializing and being apart together. But that makes a difference. When you've got people in front of you that are like, wow, I mean, look at her. So I think it makes a huge difference. I will always tell them too, if I have some negative people coming through, you know, that are questioning Plexus, that, you know, I throw this back at them. It's kind of part of the Plexus Shield of Confidence that Heather was explaining at one point. But I'll just say now, hey, Plexus has been proven to work. We've got clinical studies. I love being able to say that now. It's so cool. That prove that they work. Now, it might have taken some time to get there, but hey, I'm like, you know, we're better now than where we started, right? Once you break through that barrier, the time frame won't even matter. The importance is that you broke through and you have me to lead you along the way or help you along the way, is what I've been saying to people. And I've had 3 new customers. Like, what is going on? I thought I was stagnant in the water. And 2 more that are about, one of them is my OB, guys, that is doing my surgery on Sunday. What is happening, right? She looked at me, she's like, I know you've been talking about Plexus. She's getting her daughter on it, herself on it. She took my edge out of my purse today and messaged me and was like, this stuff is amazing. I just told her, you know, to make sure she's good and has a steady hand for Monday. So, you know, I mean, I think honestly, I'm carrying myself so proud and like positive right now that I think it's rubbing off on everybody. So, set your intentions, set your visions. Where will you be in 1 year? We've all heard about the Leslie Zann. I think everybody needs to get to a Leslie Zann. At least one of her, hopefully you can get to one of her live events. But if you can't, just listen to her CDs or whatever you can do, because she is so powerful. So just listen, because I think it'll make a change if you're definitely in a rut about your business. Put her on and listen. She's even one of those that if you have a question for her, she's going to answer you. So Cheyenne has a way of getting in touch with her. So if you ever need like a personal little combo with her, let me know, because she's really good about helping whoever. Visions. We talked about vision boards. I think that goes along with positivity too. So after this September rush and all this stuff we have going on, I think in October we'll do like a little vision board competition, not competition, but contest. And because I think it's all about getting your mindset, believing in yourself. Do your journaling, write down where you'll be in the exact moment in 1 year. We all did that at the Leslie event, and I know I have it tucked away. I don't want to look at it again until next year. And I was tempted to show my husband because I wanted him to see like how detailed it was, what I was thinking. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait till next year and pop it out and be like, this is what I wrote down, and just to see where we are. How cool is that? So, tell your team, write down the journal today, tuck it away, put in your phone or whatever your reminder is, and say, pick that up, back up, whether it be 3 months, 6 months, a year, and just see where you are. To me, I'm just 100% about setting your goals at this time. We all have get out of our own way. I posted that the other day. Leslie talks about it. You got to make sure you get out of your own way. And that's Celeste's video. I keep watching it because I haven't seen Celeste in a while, but she's so right. Belief in your product. If you're not taking the products and you're not believing in yourself, then how are you promoting, right? And belief in your business. And where is your passion? Where where are you going with this? Like she said, she was talking about everybody's trying to sell something these days. Have you noticed on Facebook or everywhere? I mean, literally, I'm like bombarded with candles and leggings and makeup and, everything that you can imagine. So everyone's trying to sell something. And I'm the kind of person, I'm like, oh, I want to buy from everybody because I want to support them, right? But you have to make sure that everybody knows that ours is a little bit different. We've got something going on here. We're healthy. I 100% believe in this. Everyone needs these products, at least one of our products. So if you're walking around with that full intention, I promise they're coming to you. Okay? Leggings come and go. Let's be honest. Good old leggings. People need longer shirts with leggings. Okay? Let's be honest. But, the other day too, I said, I'm going to pair up with 2 of my girlfriends that sell things. So I picked out 2 friends. And this was the Friday night before the Leslie Zan event. And I said, I'm going to pair it with 2 of my girlfriends that have been begging me to have a party for however long. One of them was Stella and Dot, which is like jewelry, handbags. I mean, my goodness, she spent like $3,000 for products to even sell. Okay. She used to be my Plexus ambassador, by the way. Okay. Now she's selling Stella and Dot. That's okay. And then the other girl is makeup, Unique. I call it Uniqua. That's just what I call it. So I was like, I'm going to do this. I mean, there were like 30 people there. And what was so funny to me, I totally had Plexus set up there. And I was like, I'm just going to have it up here. I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm going to mingle with everybody. I had more people coming over to the Plexus supplement side than anyone else was going to the makeup or the jewelry. And my girlfriends kept going, you have someone over there. You have someone over there. You need to get back over there. But I thought, how amazing. Because I thought for sure, they'd all heard about it. That was me already assuming. Everyone in Texas knows about Plexus. Okay. And I just thought, I'm not going to push it on anyone tonight. I'll let them come up to me. And I literally sold quite a bit of product that was there. And I also had like 3 or 4 people that were asking about it. As a matter of fact, my old ambassador that was selling Stella and Dot is about to turn back on. So, don't assume that people already know about it, or you've already told them all about it, or even the old ones that you've already had on your team aren't interested any longer. So that's another mindset that we have to think too is, get a hold of those people. I know it's frustrating when they're like, I don't want to do any more about it, but at least But you never know who's going to go, hey, I might try that again. So she's actually doing a 7-day trial with us too. So my personal goals is I have to work on slowing down which is impossible with 2 girls into every activity, and my husband who travels with the Dallas Mavericks. Meeting people and truly investing. I am one of those that can walk into a crowd. I love to talk to people, sure, but I am the person that if I'm not in the mood, I literally will be like, hat down, I'm hiding today. I'm not in the mood to do this. I have to kind of be on to be ready to talk to everybody. And I think that was just me getting older because I used to talk to everybody. It didn't matter what was going on. So now I have to change my perspective. And even in the grocery store, down the aisles, I have to say, how's it going? How's your day been? And actually invest my time with people. I was just at Hobby Lobby, and I was just like the most giddy person. They probably thought I was annoying. But I'm like, I am going to change this around and start meeting people, whether I look crazy and in yoga pants or have my hair up in my ponytail or in my scrubs. But it's time to start investing in people and relationships, because you will be shocked who gravitates towards you. I think all of us likes to be comfortable. So we are all kind of in our comfort zone, working in our comfortable space when it comes to Plexus, not reaching out to everyone that we could be reaching out to. So it's really time to dig deep and really start doing so in our businesses, and not having it all come to you. You've got to go out and reach people. So think about this too. And I want to reach out to my girls here because you guys are all people that have been with me for a long time. What do you guys think about other locations, other places? I know it sounds kind of out there, and I know this might be a little crazy, but what if we get some groups together and get an opportunity meeting in a different place? We don't know anyone. We might meet up with a few people and to me, I'm I've got to be able to reach people that are outside the box. Missionaries do it all the time. People reach people all the time. So you guys think about this and think, okay, now I'm not saying we're taking a trip to Iowa tomorrow, but I'm just saying, there's got to be another way that we all can reach other people, okay? And not just through Facebook and social media. We have to get out there and think outside the box and go, okay, who are we able to connect with today? All right, so think about that. Not asking for an answer today, but I'm willing to literally travel to Iowa if we need to and set up a meeting at the local Sheraton. I'm not kidding. Even if it took 1 or 2 people to come, at least they're hearing our prayer. There's one lonely jewel in Iowa. That's it. Connecticut's another one. There's other places that don't know anything about it because I don't think people are reaching it, and I don't think people are getting out there. And they might be, but hey, why can't we? It's called, road trip. Why not? I feel honestly that Plexus will be everywhere in a few years. You'll be, I'm still shocked today when I meet people and they don't know about it, or I have people on my Facebook feed that have seen me post about it for 3 years and they'll still go, so what is that? I see you post about it, but I don't know what that means. So remember that. And I keep telling everybody that with every Zoom that I do or every meeting I do. Remember, our Facebook feed is filled with Plexus because we're all friends with Plexus people. So imagine your lonely friend sitting back there that doesn't have any other Plexus ambassadors on her Facebook feed, and that pops your post. So when we're posting, we need to remember we've got to grab the attention of those people, right? It can't just be a frivolous, here's another Plexus post, or here's my 80th post today about whatever. So you have to remember to make powerful posts that are going to grab people's attention. Don't share every single post. Yolanda is the post queen. I love her post. Take a look. She is powerful. She posts personal stuff. She shows what she's doing. She is downright, I love it. And I love sharing her information. But remember that. So don't post 80 different things all day long and expect for people to see your 1 or 2 Plexus posts that were in there, or the generic Plexus post that you threw out. So remember that when you're posting, because Facebook is powerful. I know I want us to do more than just Facebook, but just remember when you're looking at things, especially for me lately with a bunch of people that I saw at a wedding the other day in Canada, or it was in California, but a bunch of Canadians there. They were all like, we know that we see your post about Plexus. We have no idea what you're talking about. We have no idea what it is. So it made me sit back and think on the plane, wow, you know what? I'm just kind of posting and sharing, and these people have no idea what I'm talking about. So I started, and the post that I did today about that, I'm not trying to convince you. You'll have to read it. I actually got it from someone else. But it said, I'm not trying to convince you about this product or whatever, but read it, because I've had more people respond to that in the last few hours. So take a look at what you're doing. Belief, belief, belief. That's the one thing. If you look at every single diamond, every single sapphire in this business, what is the one thing they all have in common? It's belief in the products, belief in the business. They're all from different walks of life. They're all from different areas, but they all believe 100%. So that's pretty much all I had written down for today, ladies. I just wanted to give everybody a little pep talk and see everybody's face. But don't forget, attitude, acceptance, allowance, after affirmation. So share that with people, because I think setting yourself up. Is this Bo joining us? Julian, I keep seeing him. His face. I love it. I think Julian's son, there he is. Yay! Is joining us. Do you guys have any question? Unmute all yourselves so we can talk for the next 8 minutes. I'm like, we have a few minutes to hang out. There we go. I'm trying to unmute everybody. Where's Amy? Can you guys hear me still? Okay, I'm trying. Hold on. There we are. Okay, everybody. Okay, perfect.
I was going to try to...
Oh, was it Julian talking? Okay. What were we saying, Julian?
Nothing.
Oh, that wasn't you? She was going to say something. She always has something. Come on. I love it. Anybody else? Anything? What can we, I mean, come on, where are we traveling to? Alaska? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm up for that. That'd be fun.
I have a friend there.
So I even was talking to my friend about she made these like little flyers, like little cards. And I was like, I literally might pay like a college student in Iowa to pass these out. I'm like, let's do it. You know, I'm like, we have to have different ways that we can reach out. I need an updated list of who's not where, you know, at this point. I think there's 11. Joel's in California, which is not anything major considering how big that state is, right? So I'll try and get an updated graphic on where everybody is.
And then the popsicle will be at the very end.
Oh, that's Julian talking about this. So anything else? I'm so excited. I hope that was informational. And I just want everybody to be positive and happy where we are. September's, I think, is going to be a great month with the promotions that are going on. Amy's getting closer and closer. Right, Amy? Got this?
Yeah, I'm trying not to pay attention. I'm just trying to
for you.
Well, I'm just trying to get some new customers and some new ambassadors, and that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. That's all you can do. That's the one thing about this batch office that I can tell you. It has made me a little crazier when it comes to checking everything out. I'm like, because before, you know, the old system, which we all know about, it was funny because you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell what was going on, really, quite as much as you can now. I mean, it's held down. I'm like, oh. And I had to call customer service this morning as soon as they opened. And literally, they were on the phone like this. I'm just so happy we're at that point now again and not dealing with the issues. So it's a good time to be in Plexus for sure. Happy times. Right?
It is good. Hey, you know, Mick's whole family is in Connecticut. They're all in Connecticut. And I'm trying for Connecticut.
But go show your baby. Like,
I'm going.
Plexus.
I know. I'm going to Connecticut for Thanksgiving. So let me see what I can get drumming up there.
I can tell you that with us friends and family in Canada, it's been the hardest thing I have ever done is try to get these Canadians. They're socialized medicine. So all their prescriptions are pretty much free. And they look at me like, you want me to pay for what? I'm like, oh, no. We're going to get you off that, off all those medications, and you're paying for some stuff. Okay? So it's been a long system, and, you know, it fluctuates. The dollar to their dollar fluctuates. So they never have a true sense of how much the products are going to cost. It's all in the U.S. So every time they go online and order, they're like, we don't really know how much it's going to do until it goes through our credit card. So,
And is their shipping a lot higher too?
it is. Like my mother-in-law pays about $17 for her products. So her triplex cost her about $175. So it is more expensive, but I've just been pumping about how much more important it is to versus prescriptions. And literally I have been on this huge mission, and Al is stepping in and really starting to get people involved too, because they just completely took him off of Lipitor. He at first had tried to back off a little bit, wasn't quite sure, was a little scared, had an older doctor that didn't want him to completely change, but he's been off and free of Lipitor for 3 weeks. So I'm so happy for him. So that's a story right there that we get to share. And so he has a newer doctor that actually was like, he's the new doc for the Mavericks. And he actually said, oh yeah, I've heard a ton about Plexus. Yeah, go for it. And I was like, oh my gosh, like what a breakthrough, right? So we had a doctor just inquire from Alberta in Canada that wants to know about it. So strategizing without, you know, giving my 35 pages that I did back in 2013. So, you know, it's all about staying, you know, the course and keeping on it for sure. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. I still need to get to Austin. I keep saying that. I promise. I know I'm trying. So I definitely probably have to do that after Leaders Retreat, and it'll just, I'll try to get, I don't know if Amy, I know you've got Thanksgiving and all.
Well, I was going to say, is anybody going to the Jen Hawkins thing?
I don't know. When is that? Is that
September 25th?
Are you going, Mindy? Mindy's going. I may come for that.
Okay.
I'm thinking about going to that.
That would be a good one. That would be a really good one. So I might be able to swing that. Just if it's on recovery. So I'm hoping that we're good. But is that Friday or Saturday? Saturday, right?
No, it's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday, yeah.
Saturday. Okay. That would be a really good one. A little different. Well, let's plan on that. Let's see.
Hey, you guys can stay at my house. I want you to stay at my house.
Yeah, I probably would have to go down the 24th and then just come straight back, but that would be possible. So let's talk about it and see what bus load we can get from here. There's also a girl that I try to connect with, Mindy, that I want to come with us too. That she's a friend of a friend. So, but that would be a good one. Are you guys going, Jess? Are you going to that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think was it posted on her page or no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll make sure everybody has it. But I think that would be good too, because Jen's got some great perspectives for sure. I like her style. All right, well, I know we have less than a minute. I think all of them faces. I got to just see a few people at Leslie, so I hope I get to visit. Jennifer, I feel like I haven't seen you forever. Yolanda, at least got to see you at convention. So let's try and find something. Julianne, are you good?